glory and get things started in this one. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Northwestern Wildcats, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Northwestern has the kickoff team on the field as we're about ready to start. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Mustangs offense will start this game off. Sometimes you sense that what the kids call swagger is a false bravado. This dude is nothing but real at wide receiver.
Yeah, he's got that speed, and you see DBs, they're probably watching him come on the field right now, and they understand it's going to be a long game. This guy can go get it. He can run. He can do a little bit of everything at the wide receiver spot.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They tried to get the defense going the wrong way with the counter, but nothing doing.
Aggressive defense, attacking defense. You want to hit them with those counters, but it wasn't successful in this play. Defensive line, linebackers, everybody's dialed in. They see what's going on. They diagnose it, go downhill, hit him right in the middle of the field.
Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack. Obviously, you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Snagged in the middle. It's Estrada. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And the Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Finds the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Fast motion from the offense. On 3rd down, going up top. Finds a man on the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The Mustangs are flying down the field. He's going to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Estrada. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. Completion a little short of the sticks. It's 2nd down. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to go option, and they're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Quickly out to the tight end. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if your quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come.
One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big 2 gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and get these 2 big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. Back in conference realignment, it was the best 4 programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC, so this one will be interesting.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. On the move. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.
And the Mustangs have it in scoring position on first and goal. Trying to get to it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. A run for the quarterback. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And they've inched closer and closer, and still 2 yards to go for the touchdown here on third down. Looking to the end zone. And he intercepts it. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
First down for this offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
Well, I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Northwestern right back to the line. Wants to throw on third. Takes the easy completion. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Northwestern comes to the line with a fresh set of downs. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. The inside handoff. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the first quarter will end. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And it's no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership. Come out here, lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Wildcats. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Pocket starts to collapse. Swings it out to his running back. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. That last completion sets him up on second down. He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The #1 job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not. But my #1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the...
And he breaks into the open. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, SMU.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. And the Wildcats are in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. No huddle offense to the line. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Working that left side. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. And the Wildcats are moving quickly down the field.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB in this one. Put some pressure on them, and they're already off to a great start.
And he missed it. No good. And here in the second quarter, we remain all knotted up. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got his man downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
The Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Fires to the middle. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Ball in the air, intercepted. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Mustangs. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Takes the grab. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. He's looking to throw it. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. And the senior would love to have that one back. Just a little too much on the pass. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete downfield. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
And I like having matchups outside like this. Guys that I know will win right away. 3rd down, find my guy, get him the rock, he gets the first down.
He's got his man. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle, jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
SMU 14, Northwestern 10.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's taking the shot. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that they tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Trying to burn this defensive back. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, SMU! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Dallas to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw. 2 quarters of both sides feeling each other out. And it's likely to come down to which offense can find a way to generate some big plays. Adjustments will be a part of it. Maybe it's time these typically conservative play callers open up the playbook. Nothing crazy, but a calculated risk here and there to try to gain an edge in what's been a stalemate. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Gerald J. Ford Stadium.
And the Mustangs will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball out of this group.
I think the thing, Dave, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Working that left side now. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Northwestern wants to go quickly. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
On second down, wants to throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
On the return, it's Lawrence. He's got great speed. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little.
Deep shot for the end zone. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
What a play by the defender there, guys, in his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
They'll give it on the counter. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, the offense is trying to run the counter play into the boundary. Those pulling linemen, though, actually led extra linebackers to the point of attack, and as a result, they were able to get a tackle for loss.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. They're trying to get to it. And the defense gets to the quarterback. The Mustangs line up to punt it away.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
He's back to throw on second down. Got his man out of the backfield. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. This defense has kept him backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They're bringing heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
He gets it away from his own end zone. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. And the Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on first down. That's caught. It's Mendez. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
On second down, he'll let it fly. He's right on target. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Northwestern right back to the line. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. To the ground, he's got it again. Still running at the 40. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Northwestern making quick work on this drive.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there and make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
And a really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet and trying to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football first and then getting that 1 foot they needed in bounds.
Pulls and fires complete. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. And they make the tackle, not before he gets to first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. First down to start the drive after the break. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Back to the air one more time. Gets it out quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. After that last completion, it's second down. Out of the gun to give to the back. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's got it on the run. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. On second down, he'll let it fly. And it's caught! Touchdown, Northwestern!
Touchdown, Northwestern.
So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good as they close to within a touchdown, 24-17. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. War Eagle. Auburn is putting on a show offensively. They just simply can't be stopped. They're up by 21 over the Coyotes. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. From the gun, the running back has it. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Estrada. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Looking to go up top on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Mustangs decide to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. He wants to throw. He finds his man. Makes a catch and knocked down. Northwestern wants to go quickly.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know it's not how we drew it up, but we'll take it.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Northwestern will send out the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. Looking for a block. It's Lawrence. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Tom.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Throws to the wideout. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
Things have gone pretty well so far, right? You've got the lead, you're playing at home, it's late, and you just need a few more of these completions to ice the game. That time, couldn't come away with it. It's a nice play by the defender, not going to take it.
They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy, but the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
He wants to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Estrada. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Mustangs have this offense rolling. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. Second down coming up. The give as they work on that clock. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And this is a moment with the lead late on third down that I would put the ball in the quarterback's hands and trust him to get this first down and keep you on the field. He's one of the most highly rated guys in the country. Throwing it, and if it's not there, use his God-given athleticism to go keep these sticks moving.
Gonna take a shot. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll run it on first and goal. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And the offense is doing probably exactly what you want them to do. What do we need to do? We need to run clock. We got the lead. We're in a good situation to get points. Now, tick, 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 tick. The clock is my friend.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this third down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown Mustangs. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the field.
On second down, he'll fire. Unloads it left. Makes a connection. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. Going up top on first down. Dumps it to the back. Oh, he makes the catch. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. He makes the connection. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
The pass is incomplete.
And here comes play number 6 of the drive. On second down, wants to throw. It's complete to the left. Ball down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Offense gets set for second down.
It's now second down.
He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. Pulls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly.
The attempted throw is incomplete.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Coming, nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense snatches it, and they reverse the field.
And this really puts it out of reach. I mean, it was already a tall order, and you had to be aggressive in this situation. But now, with this turnover, this one's all but over.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Final minute, this game's on. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And the defense gets him on the ground for the 4th time today, by the way. They've pressured him. He's still done an unbelievable job making completions. But you know what? Get him on the ground when he's got the ball. He can't make something happen. Keep hitting him. Keep getting him on the ground.
The quarterback just needs to settle down and take his time. Be confident knowing you can step into these throws. When you step into it, it'll help your accuracy. That throw, throwing it off his back foot, led to the incompletion.
He's got it down the left. Oh, look out. There he goes. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile in.
Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.